to welcome everyone tonight. We know a lot of you came from quite a distance, and we appreciate the effort everyone put into being here. It's such a special day for Aaron and John. We just adore this couple. They're just so sweet. Aaron, I guess you know by now that the best days in Mommy's and my life after we were married were the days you and your sister were born. Watching you grow up in our little neighborhood in Silver Spring, getting to know the neighbors, going to school, meeting lifelong friends, some of who are here today with us, and the little old ladies in the neighborhood, Molly and Wilma, Auntie Wilma and Pop Pop, and you climbing the fence in the backyard to go see Flora, and her father, but it turned out to be her husband, but he just looked old. We just loved things like that. And then continuing on with school and playing sports, high school with that awesome championship softball team. But things really started to change when you turned 14 and we got Chessie. You had been after us your whole life for a pet, and within 2 weeks or maybe a month, you had her trained, housebroken, and essentially you became her mother. So this was an important happening for us. We knew how much you loved animals your whole life, but when you were young, we just didn't know if you were ready for the responsibility. But Allie had other plans, and in came the rodents, the gerbils, the mice, hamsters, and that was a lot of fun. At the beach, it was turtles and hermit crabs, just about everything you can think of. So this, I think, is the thing in your life that has made me the most emotional, is you have become a voice for animals. You've carried it into a career where you are taking care of animals. You and John brought in a cat, a feral cat years ago, 5, and your beloved Randolph rescued him. It's just such an emotional thing for us, and we hope you continue with that. John, Doris and I have known you for over 10 years, and we've watched you grow. Not so much vertically, you were pretty much there when we met you, but grow as a person, and it became so easy to see how deep your love is for Aaron and how you all take care of each other. It's such a wonderful thing to see how you all are just so close. And that love that we see comes from your mom and your dad, who have loved you your whole life, you and your brother Charles. And it's the same thing with our other son-in-law, Jeremy. His parents did such a wonderful job raising him. He's a loving father and a loving husband, and just a wonderful father to his 2 children, and Allie and Jeremy's 2 children, Dylan and Riley. And the point I'm trying to make is when you have a strong family unit and you have parents who care about their children and support them and love them and take care of them their whole lives, this is what you get. You get strong families and just wonderful people with smiles on their faces, and we're so happy for you. So without further ado, I would like to propose a toast to the bride and groom, Aaron and John, on your wedding day. We want to wish you a long, safe, happy, and healthy life together, and we wish you all the best. Cheers!
Hi everyone, I'm Allie, I'm Aaron's sister. So to those of you that I haven't met yet, I hope to be able to meet you and talk with you tonight. Almost exactly 9 years ago tonight, Aaron was in my shoes at my wedding as the maid of honor, giving her maid of honor toast speech. And I remember watching her during her speech and admiring her confidence and poise in such an important moment. She told me later that she was so nervous, but it didn't show. I'm not sure that I'm living up to that right now. I'm sure that it's showing that I'm very nervous, but I only hope that I can come somewhere close to her speech tonight. So I have a little bit of history for you, history that goes back almost 33 years. And no, I'm not talking about the length of Aaron and John's dating relationship. I'm talking about the length of Aaron's life. When she was born 32 and a half years ago, I was 4. So naturally, I assumed a few things. Number 1, that this little baby was mine. Number 2, that she would do everything I told her to do. Number 3, that she would want to be just like me. And number 4, that I would be her hero. Apparently I had never actually met Aaron when I decided all of these things. I learned very quickly that Aaron just does things her own way. You see, that's the thing about Aaron. She does things her own way. She always has. So of course I was incredibly disappointed by the realization that I didn't have my own real life puppet. She wanted to be her own person. Sorry, I don't have a snippet. By the time we were teenagers, that disappointment turned into a bit of jealousy. Why didn't Aaron care what other people thought of her? How was she so effortlessly beautiful in that annoying, I woke up like this sort of way? Look at her. How was it that Aaron could sit in the outfield picking grass during her softball games and then get up to the plate and hit a home run on the first pitch, and then go back to picking grass in the outfield? This sister of mine was becoming everything that I wanted to be, yet she was always being compared to me, her older sister. Oh, the irony. So thankfully, all of that jealousy quickly subsided, and it turned to admiration. I admire Erin for unapologetically staying true to herself. She lives her life in a way some people might call unorthodox, but she's proud of that. She's loyal and kind and steadfast in her beliefs. She loves with her entire heart. She loves animals, people, with her entire heart, and has taught me so many valuable lessons about the importance of individuality. What makes this day so spectacular for me and for my parents is knowing that John has recognized these qualities in Erin since the very beginning. Way back at the very beginning, way back, very beginning of the relationship, 10 years ago. His love for her is the type of love that every sister and maid of honor needs to see in order to stand up here with confidence talking to all of you tonight. And here I stand. So I don't even remember what Erin said in her maid of honor speech at my wedding 9 years ago, and she probably won't remember much of this. But what I do remember from her toast is how excited she was to be gaining a brother that day, how incredibly happy she was for us, and how much love there was in the room that night during her speech. So tonight, if you remember, you remember nothing else, please know how excited I am, John, to welcome you to our crazy family. Though, you know, you've spent a lot of time with us over the last decade, so you know us well. Also, how incredibly happy we all are for both of you and how much love there is in the room tonight. Hashtag, it's about damn time.
So my wife told me to write down my speech, but my mom will tell you, I don't listen to anything people say, so I'm gonna make this totally opposite of John and short and funny, all right? So I was really shocked when he asked me to be his best man. He grew up with a lot of great friends, treated me like a little brother, beat me up on my birthday, pushed me off of trampolines. They told me he was the best fake wrestler they ever needed. You guys have been together, you guys have been through everything. It really got me during your ceremony on why you asked me to be your best man. Because I think nobody had a bigger impact on your relationship than probably me. I told you, living with me, that you can make it with me and Foodie. You can make it with any teenager that you ever have. Right, Foodie? We got this one, right? But let's get on to what's important. Everybody knows it's Erin. I'm really excited. I couldn't ask for more as a sister-in-law. You're a Caps fan, you like the Redskins, we get along. Jeremy, shh. All right, I don't care. Not at all.
I'm saying a word.
Right? But you did a lot with my brother. You really raised him into a man. Now after I hear how well you did with Chessie, it really makes sense. You got Chessie in a week, you got my brother in half a week. We did good at potty training, so. So that's how I'm gonna leave it. Yeah, so. Yeah. No, never mind. So, everyone, congratulations.
Aunt Man wants to say something.
Hi, I'm Aunt Nan. Jonathan is my dear cousin, nephew. I am nervous. Ever since I heard that Jonathan and Erin got engaged, I thought, at their wedding, I have to tell this story. It was 10 years ago when I first met Erin, and they came up to, I'm from Michigan, and they came up to help my family scatter my mom's ashes. And I took them to the stables where I had a horse. And we all went out into the pasture to see the horses. And there were these two horses out there. You know what I'm going to say. And these horses saw us all standing out there, and they came charging towards us, these two horses. Now, I knew horses, so I knew that they really wouldn't run into us, that they would stop. But Jonathan pushed Erin out of the way. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. There are people who saw that happen. Pushed her out of the way so you could get out of the stall. So, my only advice to you is I hope you protect her well for the life of your marriage, and congratulations.